Life is complex if you choose to make it complex. Life can get very simplified through the process of meditation. Again, if we choose to. God is not necessary in a daily life. If you don't choose to, you can live your whole life without ever coming in contact with God. Life will go on. But spirituality is a choice. It is something that is like an inner wish to explore the complex inner workings of your body, the mind, and beyond. Only the one who takes the step in that direction goes in that direction. There are a lot of frustrations that will come in the way, but the rewards are beautiful, and even the journey is beautiful. As you go further deep into the samadhi state, you bypass all your sheets, the food sheets, the energy sheets, the Vijnanmaya Kosh, and then you arrive at the bliss sheet. You transcend all these sheets and their workings, and at the bliss sheet level, you realize all these workings were all contained within this bliss sheet, which expands infinitely. Every sheet had their limitations. The food sheet had their limitations. Energy that was within the body was again contained within the body, allowing it to work in the outside world, which is finite. Everything in this world is finite. Your thoughts and ideas seem to be running all over. Still, they are limited to this finite world. And ultimately, the bliss sheet comes where everything gets contained within this bliss sheet. There is nothing beyond the infinite. And infinite is infinite. All the sheets, like an inverted pyramid, gets contained within this infinite. The past, the present, the future, everything gets contained within. You expand so much, the whole universe gets contained. Universe as big as it is, still it's very small compared to the infinite existence which is available to us at a bliss sheet level. At that time, the workings of the inner mind, workings of your body start becoming more obvious. And at that time, the realization happens what Krishna has been preaching about. The two beautiful words he gave in Gita is yoga and Kshema. Yoga is all your efforts that you do to connect to the objects of desire, right from the childhood. A child is trained to become something so that he can be on his feet, he can make a living. He goes through the schools, exams, competitions. Finally, he graduates, looks for a job. Corporate fictions, every dollar that comes in his pocket is hard-earned, hard work. All these things you go through to connect yourself to the money that you have want to accumulate. That's all yoga. And once you do accumulate, once you accumulate enough and you possess different things, either it's money or a house or a car, all the relatives you have connections with, all your ideas, all your beliefs. The possessions are not just the money. We possess at the body level. We possess at the mind level. All these possessions have to be defended for, have to be managed, have to be thought of. All the things that follow, all your actions that follow after the yoga has been set up, after the accumulation, all the efforts which are needed to hold on to them, maintain them, make sure that they don't disappear from your life, those fall into the category of Kshema. So yoga and Kshema are continuous processes throughout our life. Yoga is to connect with something that you like. And once we do connect, Kshema is something you have to do to manage these possessions. For both the phases related to the possessions, you need the body and you need the mind. Mind has to be set in the motion to go outside in the world, function outside in the world, and then possession comes under your umbrella. And then the phase of Kshema starts. That also requires your body and the mind to be continuously active to manage everything that you have accumulated. And in both the cases, the mind has a significant role. In a bliss sheath, in a samadhi state, as it expands, you see the meaninglessness of this activity, which first makes you sacrifice your time, efforts to run towards objects, and then makes your mind and body active again to hold on to these objects, never letting you peak into the samadhi state. Because as long as the mind is active, samadhi cannot happen. Samadhi is nothing but a thoughtless state where there are no thoughts. There is only pure existence. There is pure bliss. And Chaitanya. The stage of samadhi is a beautiful state, but it does not happen if your mind is continuously running towards the objects, against the objects, away from the objects, hold on to the objects. So Krishna says, you devote all your actions to me. You remain in a samadhi state. Actions will happen. Rewards will be collected. And all of that will happen without the tension, suffering, friction, competition, stress, anger. So if every action that we do with keeping the consciousness in the mind, where you realize that all your efforts that you're doing, if you're doing at the mind level, are going to cause stressful life. If devoted to the consciousness where everybody falls under your umbrella, your actions will be purified. You will be thinking of everybody while making a living. And in that state, Krishna says, I will take care of your Kshema and Yoga both, where you don't have to worry about your daily living. In fact, once you devote yourself to the higher state and function in the society, that kind of functioning is rare and will be appreciated very much. Then you will not be running after possessions, accumulations. They will be running after you. To do this, you have to experience the samadhi state and maintain the samadhi state and remain in a fully awareness mode that yoga and kshema are useless activities. There is nothing wrong with the money, but the belief that you want to own it, possess it, and it is yours, this sense of ownership is a problem. Your actions will have the flavor of Krishna whenever you act without the ego at the mind level. So yoga and kshema are the processes that describes the activities of most of the people. But when you act selflessly, that's where the flavor comes into your actions. And that is realized in the deeper states of meditation. And then you agree with Krishna, what he said in Gita. So reading Gita, reading scriptures, exchanging words has no meaning unless all these are backed up by your actual efforts and going within and realize each and every sheath in its fully functional, fully expanded form, reaching to the bliss sheath and realizing the inner workings of the minds and the source of your sufferings of life. And that's what will liberate you. And that's what will correct your actions. So regular meditation, full awareness while you are functioning is what is needed. And that's the purpose of meditation. Have a good day.